Welcome back to another episode of The Natty Teacher. I'm your host, The Natty Teacher. Got to make a quick intro here because I am only about a minute away from the gym, if that. But this morning we have our DELOAD Pull B workout, also known as our vertical pull workout. Okay, so movements that essentially the body is, up and down, straight up and down, compared to bent over, for a lack of better term. So you'll see some pull downs, you'll see some pull ups, pull throughs, things like that. Really more tailored towards developing the lats for sure. Okay, so have a variety of exercises on there to get us started today, just to kind of get everything warmed up and connected with the lats in particular. I will do, again, it's a deload day, so it's going to be very light regardless, but we'll build up to one set, very light set, of some lat prayers. Okay, tweak the form just a little bit on them, but yeah, we'll do that just to kind of get the lats firing. Then we'll move into our neutral grip pull-ups and so on and so forth from there. But regardless, that top set, again, deload top set, so maybe 10, 12 pretty light reps, is coming at you of, again, lat prayers. That top set of that is coming at you right now. All right, as promised, we got some lat prayers or lat pullovers, whatever you would like to call them. Really, guys, it's a simple concept. If you're looking at the cable tower here, or cable stack, what I've done is I have adjusted the pulley so it is at the very top of this cable tower. You can see that I got a nice little hinge in my hips. You don't have to bend over this far if you don't want to. I've just found that for me, I like to stay a little bit further back and have a nice little bend in the knees, and you make sure we're keeping that head and chest up. Make sure we're not, arching our back forward or rounding our back or anything like that. Again, this is a great exercise to stretch out the back, pump some blood into the lats. Now, again, on this deload day, we're not using a ton of weight or doing a ridiculous amount of reps. On a normal training day like next week, you'll see this still in that probably 12 to 20 rep range, but with a decent amount more weight. But just one top set here, one top set of 12. Then some neutral grip assisted pull-ups. Again, guys, assisted pull-ups are like one of the most slept on machines out there, man. They really are. Okay, this one, again, what we're doing here is we're keeping the hands in more of a neutral position, and essentially all I'm picturing is keeping that head and chest up, slight arch in the lower back, and we are driving those elbows down through the lats. So we don't want to flare the elbows out too much, but we also don't want to tuck them in too much to where we're limiting our range of motion. Essentially, we are just pulling up to the very top and then controlling that eccentric on the way down. So pull and drive those elbows through the lat, and then control on the way down here. Okay, 2 working sets of 10 reps there. Then good old lat pull downs, man. So you'll see that I am moved pretty close to the actual leg pad itself. Not using a ridiculous amount of weight. I'd say this is one of the exercises that people use way too much weight on, but this is also a deload week for me, so I'm not doing a ton of weight on it regardless. We did 2 sets of 10 here as well. Again, we are really bringing that bar all the way down and touching the chest, and then allowing it to stretch all the way up. So you'll see that my body turns into, a complete, straight up and down vertical line. Okay, so you'll see that I stretch all the way up here. Again, 2 sets of 10 there, really stretching those lats. Now, the cable tower was taken. Usually I would do this with supported by like an incline bench, because the angle here, it's hard to pull at the exact angle I would like. I would actually want to be a little bit further back and pull more towards like a 45-degree angle here. But this did the job here, and especially on a deload, not a big deal. Again, we're keeping the hand supinated here. This is just a one-arm pull down, and again, more of a one-arm lat biased pull down as well. Again, guys, if you want to work the lats, one of the best things you can do is drive the elbows through that muscle. Okay, one of the reasons I would want to do this on a cable tower though is, again, because of the actual angle. Here I'm pulling not completely straight up and down, but definitely not at a 45-degree angle. So I still felt, it still felt pretty good in the lats, but doing it with like an incline bench, and being able to back the bench up more and have it drive through the actual lat muscle a little more works better. Then this one is just a horizontal one-arm lat row, so you can go, pretty much any gym should have some variation of this pin loaded or plate loaded row like this. All you got to do is find a chest support for it. Draw that chest support to your chest, and then make sure that you are allowing your arm to be able to fully extend without actually touching the back of the machine, without like the weight, without the weight racking. So again, all you're going to do here, guys, is slightly lean into the weight and draw that elbow back. We don't want to draw it way behind the body or anything like that. Drawing it parallel to the side of the body will do the trick. Should allow you to move a little bit more load, but also control that load a little bit better. Okay, so draw that elbow back, squeeze and drive that elbow through the lat. Felt great. This one we only did one working set of. We did do 2 working sets of that one arm, underhand one arm lat row. Then 2 working sets here, nice and light, just some dumbbell rear delt flies. Again, take an incline bench and flip that bad boy around. And then we are just drawing those dumbbells up to the ceiling, essentially. So not anything super crazy here, but really just trying to, again, kind of mirror like a machine rear delt fly, but just a little bit of a different angle. We did 2 sets of, I believe, 12 reps here. Then just some easy bar curls. I'm experimenting with actually curling a little bit lower. Usually I curl up to like the bridge of my nose, almost like where my eyes are. And it just never, I don't know, I feel it almost more in my shoulders. So I feel like I'm swinging my shoulders too far forward. But again, we're really just trying to draw this weight to like the chin, I would say. You can see that I have my elbow slightly placed in front of my body. We are controlling the weight here. This is nothing crazy here. We did 2 sets of 12. And again, I think it's like 15 pounds per side, and it's a 25-pound bar. So it was like 55 pounds. So again, nothing super crazy, but got us a nice little bicep pump. And then we moved into our final exercise, which is just a good old school alternating dumbbell curl. Again, nothing crazy here, using the 35s, but getting that nice full range of motion. Okay, allowing the arms to slightly come in front of the body, twist on the way up. I feel like people sometimes they twist way too soon or they twist way too late. So it should be a pretty fluid motion. When you start and like have the dumbbell at the bottom there, you'll see that I have it in like a hammer grip, like right now, that right arm, and then I twist from the bottom ever so slightly. And then it becomes one fluid motion. Okay, draw that arm up towards the shoulder. So we're trying to like, have like almost our palms face the front delt a little bit, and go from there. So again, 2 sets of 12 here, nothing super crazy. Check your ego at the door. Now again, I think I'm using 35-pound dumbbells, did 2 sets of 12 here. This is a weight that I could easily do for probably 25-30 reps. But again, we're checking ego at the door. It's a deload week anyways. I probably wouldn't go above the 40s or 45s, probably 45s for this bad boy, maybe the 50s on a heavier day. But again, nothing super crazy. Please do not just swing those bad boys around. Control them. You control the weights. The weights do not control you. All right, now buckle up, because I got a little rant about why you should do cardio in the off season coming up right now.
Deload pull B session in the books. Oh, felt great, man. Nice little pump. I like this workout a lot right now because this is kind of my very much, not even kind of, it is very much so my lat focused back workout. So I have a nice wide variety. I'm doing like 5 different exercises for the, for the back, but I'm not doing a ridiculous amount of working sets. I think between those 5, I still only do like 8 working sets. You know what I mean? Maybe 9, in that workout, but usually I think closer to 8. It's like 1, 2, 2, 2, 1 kind of thing. So again, it's not like I'm doing, 5 exercises at 4 sets and doing 20 working sets back. No, I'm just building up to, a top set, maybe a back off set, or maybe just 1 top set kind of thing, and getting going. So felt really good. Did have to make a couple adjustments, really just one, I think, on that single arm pull down, that supinated single arm pull down, because I didn't have the cable. Usually I would do that with like a propped up against an incline bench. But I can move the bench a little bit further back and line it up with the lats, like how the actual lat inserts, and kind of, pull back down a little bit more efficiently than I can on like a lat pull down machine, So yeah, that was the only one I had to make an adjustment for, but that's what you got to do sometimes, man. If the cable tower's taken, make some adjustments, you know what I mean? No big deal. But yeah, felt good, a lot of fun, nice pumps. I gotta admit, man, I am chomping at the bit to get back into the gym heavy. Like I love deloads. Like I think they're great, and they're very good for like your physical health. They're very good for your mental health as well. I think that's a huge benefit, because when you train hard for 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks in a row, and I mean actually like training hard, not just going in there and, training,
There's a huge difference between training and training hard. And when you're actually training hard, man, by the time you get to that 4th, 5th, 6th week, man, your body, whether you're natural or enhanced, it should be feeling a little run down, you know what I mean? So then taking that deload, timing that correctly, and being able to take that foot off the gas a little bit and just get in there, move blood, have fun. You should always have fun, but you know, get in there, move blood, have fun, recover, all that. It's really, really nice. Like during prep, I don't want deload week to end. You know what I mean? Like for me, like, you know what I mean? Especially when you're in that last, like, man, 4 to 6 weeks or so and you get a deload in there. That's where I'm like, take as long as you want, deload. We chilling. This feels good. This is easy. You know what I mean? And then you got to just keep crushing it. But during the off season, I can't wait for the deload week to end. I love it. It's a blessing to do it. But man, I am like, again, just chomping at the bit, chomping at the freaking bit, like just ready to rock and roll. My body feels very much so recovered for the most part. You know, I can tell that like my muscles are feeling pretty good. So yeah, I'm ready to get back in. So Sunday, get ready. We got a big push day coming. I actually am switching up a few things too, so make sure you tune in for that. We will have a few minor changes in Sunday's training. You know, Sunday and Wednesday. So those two push days have kind of flip-flopped some exercises. Same exercises, just flip-flopped them between the days a little bit just to, well, I'll explain more on Sunday, but you'll see some changes. Anyways, make sure you like and share the video. Drop a comment below. Again, I think I already said it. Maybe I didn't, but make sure you tune in tomorrow for our final deload session of the week. Nice little easy hamstring and glute day, a little bit of calves, and then actually a little bit of abs tomorrow. I wanted to work abs one more time this week, and just to make sure I got home on time for my wife before, so she can leave for work on time. I ended up I was going to do just a couple sets of machine crunches, but we'll do that tomorrow. So make sure you don't skip it, but be flexible with yourself too. If you need to move something to a different day or bump something up a day early, just bump it up a day. Who cares? It's fine. As long as you're recovered, you're good. Okay. So, yeah, we'll have that tomorrow. I do still have a half-hour cardio today. So, again, you guys, if you've watched my videos, you already know what I'm about to say. When my daughter's taking her nap, we'll rock out that half-hour cardio. I actually did get a comment from my man Duck on the last video I posted, yesterday's video, and he asked me about the intensity of my cardio, and even right now in the off season. So I wanted to kind of just take, I don't want to make this too long, but I'll take just another couple, 30, 45 seconds to explain it. So I ride a recumbent bike, and right now I am actually building up in the resistance because I found that my cardio has become a little stale, meaning it's just a little too easy, to be honest with you, like where I like in the range that I want to keep it in. So I actually track my cardio not even based off calories burned, because the bike itself definitely lies. I'm burning way more calories than what is on the bike. Just based on the fact that the bike I have doesn't like track my weight, doesn't do anything of that. I mean, it can, but I just have not signed up for it. But right now it's a 7 resistance. It's a Nordic track recumbent bike. So I do a 7 resistance for 30 minutes, and I track it based on RPMs. So I keep it in that 70 to 75 RPM range. Sometimes closer to 80, but usually in that 70 to 75 RPM is that sweet spot to where I can get huffing and puffing, but I don't feel like I'm going to have an asthma attack. And I also don't feel like I'm just sitting there like doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like my productive range is right about there. So decent amount of resistance, nothing super crazy. I'm not going to do like a 10 incline, 10 resistance, you know what I mean? And keep it at 80 RPM and just kill myself on cardio, especially in the off season. That makes no sense. Like I want to do just the right amount of cardio to keep myself a little bit leaner, keep my metabolism boosted. I'm not looking at, I think people think it's like, oh, this is where I'm losing weight doing cardio. It's like, no, you're burning calories doing cardio. You're losing weight by being in a consistent caloric deficit. On top of, cardio helps because you're going to burn more calories, but you're not actually losing weight doing cardio. I've gained 20 pounds doing 6 days a week of cardio. You know what I mean? So for those of you who are like, oh, I don't want to do cardio in the off season, I'm trying to get huge. It's like, sure. But that is a lesson I wish I would have learned many, many years ago, that you got to keep your cardiovascular health strong because you want a healthy heart. You want to do things that can aid in digestion.
and burning a few extra couple hundred calories when you're already in 1,000 calorie, not 800,000, but like an 800 to like 1,000 calorie surplus every day or something like that, or 500 calorie surplus, there ain't nothing wrong with that. You get to eat a little more food. There you go. Think of it like that. You're boosting your heart health, and you probably can eat a little bit more food, and you're going to grow, and you're going to stay a little bit tighter and leaner and all that kind of fun stuff. It's a win-win for everybody, man. So do your cardio in the off season. Make sure you stay consistent with it. You don't have to do 6 days a week, but maybe 3 or 4 on the low end of decent pace cardio. Do 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. You don't got to do 2 hours of cardio, in the off season every day. That makes no sense. You know what I mean? Find that range for you. You're going to gain weight still as long as you're in a, consistent, caloric surplus. You're going to put on muscle, and you're going to feel better. That's the big thing. So, anyways, hopefully that last little, that was a couple minutes, sorry. Hopefully that last little couple minute cardio rant, I'll throw it in the title to try to draw your eyes to it, to make sure that you hopefully see that end, hopefully see the end of this video. But yeah, again, like and share the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We are on the road to 500. We are a few over 450. So we are just climbing and climbing to get there. We are getting there. Still have a ways to go, but we're getting there. It's awesome. Can't wait. I don't know what I want to do when we get to 500. I'll do some sort of special video to celebrate getting to 500. So I don't have anything planned out yet, but we'll do something cool. So, anyways, for today though, I am the Natty Teacher, and this episode of Summer School is out. I will catch y'all tomorrow.